Hello and welcome to the 4th episode of my team. Last episode we were at Monaco, finishing 7th, so 2 points finishes in a row for the team. This time we're in Baku for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Before we get into it though, I have a quick announcement to make. I'm hoping to vary the content on the channel a bit more, so expect more Rocket League content and different F1 videos. Right then, I think that's everything. Hope you enjoy it. Let's get straight into it. First of all, we've got a personnel department meeting.
The personnel department has requested your input on this one.
So then what should we do? We've got ex-driver, user for the team, some insights. If you accept, you get 7 racecraft, plus 7, but we lose 50k cash. But you don't do anything if you decline it. But I think we are going to accept this because, well, why not? You get plus 7 racecraft. That's what we need for the drive at the start. So we're going to accept.
Thanks for dealing with that. The department appreciates it.
So we're going for our activities now for the week. We've got the second driver PR filming, which gives acclaim and cash. And then we've got a sponsor event conference. And then we do what do we do? The power equipment upgrade. And then finally the driver promotion filming. I think we will look at the upgrades for the car. We're probably going to look at the aerodynamic side. I think we're going to buy the tertiary ring flaps, the major upgrade. Hopefully it should be here for France. That'll do us a lot of good. As we look, we've got 3 upgrades coming at the moment, 2 minor and 1 major, and we are actually really close to Alfa Romeo now on the R&D chart. So we're making our way up the grid. I'm happy with what we're doing so far. We do go and purchase the durability department resource point generation upgrade. So I get us more resource points each race and practice and everything now. And we are going to simulate now until the race. See if upgrades come through. The first 2 do. I think that's it actually. Yeah. Both upgrades come through. That's actually rare at the moment. So yeah, I'm happy with it. Both upgrades coming through.
Our new parts have completed without issue. They'll be on the car ready for the next race weekend.
Right then, here we are. Get ready for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix weekend. The annoying thing is though, we checked the weather and we've got a completely wet race. So, Baku, street circuit, rain. It's going to be another tough one like Monaco here. But after practice, we do get 120 more resource points than Robert. Takes us to 823 altogether. We get some development boost applied to quite a few areas. I've seen that you can get like free upgrades eventually if you you can get a complete 100% discount if you keep doing the programs. You just get a free upgrade. Acclaim wise though, I think we do get level 4 now. Robert's nearly halfway through level 6. The team acclaim, we should get level 7 after the race or qualifying, either one. Before we get to qualifying, we make a minor engine power upgrade. Should be here for France. But then also we make a minor chassis upgrade, which is actually going to be the 3rd upgrade. Should be here for France. So there's a lot going on around that race weekend. We get the improved energy store cells. But now, it's time for qualifying. Right then, I'll take you through the first Q1 lap that I did. This corner here, turn 1, you can brake a bit later than what the line tells you. You can get as most speed as possible outside the corner. Same with this one as well, you can brake earlier than on F1 2020. Before, if you brake a tiny bit later, you go straight into the wall. So the first of the straights here. Again, you can brake a tiny bit later for this corner as well. To be honest, I think it's the same for every corner in this game, apart from the chicane that's coming up now. But for the lap altogether, so far so good. A lot of them so far. Apart from the chicane I'm on a bit there, that is hard. If you can perfect it though, you're going to have a solid lap. And this next corner as well, these are probably the worst 2. And Castle. Castle, if you do anything but perfect, you get into the wall on the right there. See how close it was then? Yeah, millimetres away from the wall. Hopefully this lap is good enough. It's going to be close though, I'd imagine. Because this isn't my strongest track. And that I will be losing time to the AI in some of these corners. Especially in sector 2 and 3. Of course, this final part is just straight. Just got to get around these last 2 corners. In the dry, it's easy. So we are looking to hopefully get a Q1. If you get a Q2, it's even better. But it's going to be a push. Hopefully Q2 we can get to. That puts us in P8 for now. So we're looking good at the moment, at least. Well, the lap 2, we go half second faster, which puts us into P15, which will get us through. But is that Kimi Raikkonen in first? That's Raikkonen in first, okay game. That is normal. But yeah, we do get through to Q2. But sadly, our Q2 lap wasn't the best, and it put us dead last out of everyone. So we are going to be starting from P16. So yeah, it's going to be tough, especially in the rain, but that's what we can do. So then post-quali, we get another point over Mick in the rivalry, which puts us 4 points ahead, 12 to 8. Should be able to win though, I imagine. Acclaim wise, we both main level 4 and level 6, but as you see the team acclaim, we do get level 7, which I was talking about before. So we are getting closer to our second sponsor. But now, it's time for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix.
A warm welcome to all of you watching at home to today's Azerbaijan Grand Prix, and a race that in its short history has already proven no stranger to drama. A 4th row start is just about as likely to give you a podium as a pole position would. And remember, in 2017 and 2018, both Lance Stroll and then Sergio Perez took surprise podiums here. It's 3.7 miles around a lap of Baku City Circuit then, with 7 rights and 13 lefts, giving us a total of 20 corners. Watch out for the safety car today. Incidents are already common on this circuit, and the wet conditions will only make things worse, particularly through the incredibly narrow turn 8. It's not going to be plain sailing for our drivers today, although with the sky falling as it is, perhaps sailing isn't too far from the truth. Anthony Davidson, could be a wet one today. Great to have you with us. What are your thoughts?
It is a touch damp, isn't it? Well, as a driver, there are 3 big things to worry about when racing in these kind of conditions: standing water, tyre temperature and visibility. Judging distance to the cars around you is really tricky when you're driving through the vast amounts of spray that these wet weather Pirelli tyres kick up.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, and Lando Norris lines up alongside. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Bottas, Ricciardo, Sergio Perez and Leclerc, Vettel, Gasly, Sainz and Yuki Tsunoda, Fernando Alonso, Stroll, Max Verstappen, they've taken a grid penalty, the captain, Ocon, Russell, Mick Schumacher and Nikita Mazepin, Latifi, Raikkonen, they'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty, Giovinazzi and Robert Schwartzman. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out. Then let's see who can prevail today.
Here we go everyone, Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Lights out and away we go. Honestly, it's so hard starting in wet, the cars just like sliding everywhere, especially when we got ERS, but it needs to be done from the start. We dive down quite a few cars, we end up P10 after the first corner, with Sainz behind us and Gasly in front. We get a warning, but we don't care about those. We try to make a dive, but there's just no room, so we're just going to stick behind 2 AlphaTauris. Checking we got no damage. Still using the RS though, is crucial in the first couple of laps, because the AI are at full push mode for those laps. You got to try and maintain their pace. But of course the ERS is going to be mainly full for the whole race, especially the wet, because you brake a lot early, and that's how your ERS regenerates. But so far so good for the first lap. We both took 6 cars at the moment. Mate, that's 7 now as we dive around the outside of Sonoda. Just trying to make sure we get a clean first couple of laps, as I'm proving everyone wrong in chicane here, as we go very slowly. But I think the AI mess around as well, being all together. You can just like compare the racing line to where I'm braking. You have to brake a lot earlier to just literally get through the corners without being out. Yeah, well, that's how odd it is. As you're around back here as well, you could just go at any moment. Just trying to maintain track position is what you've got to do, and just focus on driving. As Snow does try and get past us, yeah, we have to concede position there. He's in the faster car, we don't want to mess around in the wet. I mean, you could just do that and dive down, you know, just dive bombing. That works as well. But so yeah, we keep P9 as we get back past Sonoda and Signs. It's strange, you have to actually brake for these two corners. Normally it's flat out in the dry, and I think that's where it's going to cost us for the race with our lack of downforce compared to the other cars, because they're going to be stuck to the ground and we're going to have to brake. Same as Robert as well. So yeah, this is going to be a long and hopefully not tough race, but it's probably going to be. End lap 2 though, we are still 9th, we are 1.5 seconds away from Sonoda. Sadly though, by the end of lap 3 and then end of lap 4 now, the gap's closing because we have to brake for these corners, and it's not my strongest track. You can see we're going faster, but it's still not good enough. We've got Verstappen and Signs on our back now. Trying to block Verstappen now, but it's just not working. But we have the inside line though, so we do just take the racing line and we maintain position. But Verstappen's still trying to get past us here. Give him space, ERS, and we keep position there. Maintain P9. And lap 5 though, around the same corners again. They're getting close to us, and Verstappen, he does get past now. But if we ERS though and slipstream in the wet, we get past him. We just overtook a Red Bull. I wasn't expecting to say that anytime soon. We have just overtook the Red Bull Max Verstappen. Yep, that's happened. And lap 6 though, same position again. Yeah, it's always the same part of the track. Verstappen's got slipstream now in the RS. He's just going to get past, probably, I'd imagine. No, we brake later. And we keep the position, but he's going to come back again just like the lap before. And I think that might be it now. We do touch. That's no damage though, still luckily. But as we get to end lap 7, we've got Signs and Stroll on the back of us. Of course, with that wing damage now, we're going to be a lot slower on the straights, so we're trying to block Stroll in. But there is a retirement behind us, as we do keep ahead of Stroll and Signs. And that is Mick Schumacher, who is out in the Haas, but luckily no safety car. As we get halfway through lap 8 now. Luckily we don't get damage for that, but Stroll is gone, yeah, on the outside of us now. Try and lunge back around now. And we do just that and keep position. Honestly, you don't understand how hard it is to drive on the wet, especially in Baku. By the end of the lap, is back on us now. Of course, with the lower downforce, so lower top speeds. But we do keep ahead still, luckily. And to brake a lot earlier than everyone else. Start at lap 9. He's back on us again by the end of the first straight. But we keep position again. We hit the wall, but that's no more damage still. I think it could have been a little bit there, I can't see properly though. Touch the wall again. We still keep ahead. Somehow not getting that many more damage. Stroll tries to chuck it up the inside. Keep the position now. P10 for now. It's like 4 laps left there. Yeah, by the end of lap 9, Stroll's, well, not even the end, halfway through lap 9, Stroll's already ahead. You've got Signs right behind us now, I will be soon, but we dive up the inside of Stroll. Use all the corner, luckily no more damage, but he ends up getting past still. and Signs does, but we dive up the inside of him there to make sure he doesn't get ahead. But there's a good chance he's going to now back on the straight. Because with low top speed, so having to brake a lot more for these two corners here. As you can see, we're having a really slow, but then they can go a lot quicker. So he's already piles now. But he's going second. Snow is here as well behind us. You're 3 wide through the final straight. He's getting to lap 10 now. You can see the confirmation of the rear wing as well, a bit in the front wing. But by halfway through lap 10, Sign's already ahead. Yeah, Snow's is right behind us. There were so many incidents on track during the race as well. I also got this notification from Jeff about 50 times. I've got Snowder right behind us now, going to come inside. It's going to be risky. We just get past him after trying to quit inside there. He just runs into the side of us there. Luckily no damage and no puncture, but Ocon, where did he come from? He came flying up behind us. Didn't even see him come past until after. But we can get past both from a VRS still. Shit. Yeah, they've got a damage front wing. We have to concede to Ocon there, but we managed to keep P13. You can see it's just all going downhill for me as he's got the damage. You know, P14 by the end of lap 11. Vrogsen right behind us, and Alonso just behind him as well. Yeah, it's just going from. We're actually in the points, it's just going terrible now because of the damage. I have to let Raikkonen pass and Alonso. You can see Russell's behind us as well now, and the T thing. It's just going from bad to worse here now. More incidents on track from Jeff. Yeah, that came out in nowhere. It was a dive on Raikkonen. Luckily, somehow no damage. But we have to let them both pass because the car can't even stay in a straight line. You have to let Giovinazzi pass as well. But we will get past him on turn 2. I think we can use the RS. No. Okay. And now we do. Try and stay ahead. It's nearly the end there. The pain's nearly done over with. Been through enough already. Can you manage to keep ahead of Giovinazzi? I think we touched there. Yeah, we did. Well, it means we stay ahead. P16 though, we were like P8, P9. Could have been so much better. Halfway through lap 12 though, he's right behind us already. We're having to brake around this corner and that shouldn't be happening. So we have to let him pass eventually. Even Mazepin's trying to get past us. I'm never going to happen. Of course, when we did just that to Raikkonen as well. Didn't see over Alpha. Then we have to let him pass again, but we can go around the outside. What a move that was. I'll take that. Probably going to have to let him pass through his next 2 corners again. Yeah, no. Managed to quit in front. Yeah, but here he comes. He's coming back now. Look how many cars behind. He's got like 4 or 5 cars behind. That's mad. Giovinazzi pits, he obviously got damage from when we touched. Yeah. But well, start at lap 13. Russell's already right by us. Let's use all our RS now. By the end of the lap though, we are still ahead. Lewis Hamilton takes the win. We are still a P16 for now, but wherever we finish, it's not going to be points anyway. So I guess this is crashing back down to reality here. And this is where we should be finishing. But I didn't really want it to end like this, so we managed to stay ahead of Mazepin. So we are going to stay in P16, but no points. This is not what we wanted really, not at all.
So, another fantastic victory for the Silver Arrows. So Anthony, what made the difference out there today?
Well, they clearly have a car that comes alive in the kind of conditions we were dealing with today. It's a very balanced package in the wet, and what that means is that the drivers have confidence to attack. And having that confidence gets you on the power earlier, it lets you brake later, and can put you a long way up the road.
After an excellent performance at the Grand Prix, I'm sure there'll be plenty of celebrations tonight amongst the Mercedes team, and they certainly deserve it. Valtteri Bottas passes his rival to take over the lead of the Drivers' Championship. Let's focus on the driver of the day. Anthony Davidson, who do you pick?
Kimi Raikkonen is my standout today. Nothing you could construe as showboating, just an incredibly consistent performance out on track.
It's time to check out the constructors' standings. Mercedes move to the top of the table. Well, Ant, an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.
It's not what I wanted at all. P16, yeah. Should have been hoping for some more points today, but yeah, this is what it is. Wing damage stopped us. Robert though finished P19 after starting from last, so he's made a few positions. Driver standings there. We remain 11th, I think that was. We remain 8th in the constructors, so we'll just stay exactly where we are because we got no points. But luckily, we didn't go further down the order. But we gain another 2 points on making the rivalry. So that is 15 to 9 in our favour. Halfway there now. We can finally find something else I've rival with. Acclaim, we all stay the same. Level 4, level 6 and Team Can level 7. So hopefully we get to level 8 in the next couple of races. Yeah, towards a new sponsor. But for some reason they asked us no questions. So our new sponsor we get no money for. But yeah, that is it for today's video. Like I said, it's not the way we wanted to end it, but this is what it is. These things happen. Start the season. You know, new car, new driver. But yeah, so that's the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe and get ready for more videos.